Hello and good evening. This is Joseph Scott Arnold here. I'm trying to talk more formal, more professional, like they do in England. And there's a lot of similarities with the formal English all around the world. It's more professional and more old-fashioned. And oh my word, it's sometimes more fun, but it tends to be harder to talk about because they have to say things more correct, more politically correct sometimes. You have to say the words more correct, basically. Like, it's not really about taking shortcuts, because with the informal, that's more like we'll talk more in slang, man. We'll talk more slang down in the hood. We'll just take shortcuts and we won't worry about what the people think. We'll just tell them how it is. We'll go up to the crackers and we'll tell them at the break of dawn, yo, we're out here and we're going to talk about this and that, because we're talking street English. Street English. And it tends to be more fun when we talk in street English. And when I say street English, I'm not exactly saying Wall Street English. I'm saying like street English, like the casual English. This is the informal English. It's informal, it's not formal. Formal is more professional, and it's more old-fashioned, and it takes just more words to say what you want to say, because you have to say everything right. So you don't want to skip any words. You got to say the words in its full form. For example, formal English will have the word because, and the street English it can just have the word cuz. Because I want to say it. Because I want to say it. Because I want to say it right. Because I want to talk in correct English. Because I want to talk in correct English, yo. I want to tell you what's happening. I want to lay it up to you, to your face. Yo, I want to smoke you. I want to school you. When I'm playing basketball, I just want to dribble and so often and do something like this, and because I really like basketball and I just want to do all these things. And so then I start to spit out some idioms, some expressions, and you can be like, oh no, what is he talking about, man? I don't understand. Up in the hood, yo, smell you later, yo, what's happening? And so the street English tends to be a little more crazy and a little more fun. But when you want to study for certain things like a TESOL, you will normally be studying the formal English, and so then you really want to know, what does the books say? So this is more like book English, because this is what the old textbooks say. They will tell you how the words are. Now the problem that you may run into is that people don't always talk this out in the street. And so when I try to help people with English and I teach them English, I want them to know about street English, because that's how people talk most of the time. Because not everybody's wearing a tie, not everybody's in a business. And you have to remember that when you're talking in English, you really want to communicate. And so you need to ask yourself, who are you going to talk to? People on the street? I think sometimes. And yes, okay, so maybe you'll talk to people with the ties and the people in the businesses sometimes, but not all the time. So you probably should study both. And you probably should know the differences between both of them. I tend to talk somewhere in the middle I tend to be a little bit more towards the book English, but sometimes I'm going to say things that are more casual, and I think it's okay, and I think people can understand me, and I feel like it's totally fine. So just try to remember that.